heading back to the lumber yard, guys. This morning we're going to rebuild our picnic table. Before I come down here and start making a video for you, I checked some lumber prices. Holy smokes. We're going to talk about that a little bit when we get up here in the milling area. The other day I was down here and brought up another log for us to mill as well. That one catches me up. Entire sections of trails are now clear and everything is setting up here where it needs to be. Hello everyone, we're going to finish the picnic table today, and we've come down to the lumber yard, and I've got this place situated now to where I almost don't have to leave home. But I wanted to talk before we actually get started with the project of the benefits of the chainsaw mill. Now I do have these trees available to me, you can see behind us here, but for this 10 by 10 by 12 foot beam online for oak material was $350. For a pressure treated material it was $267. The 4x4 by 8s are running for $35 a piece in the red cedar, and the 2x12s in a pressure treated is $24, and if you got that in a Douglas fir, you're talking about 43 bucks for a 2x12 by 12. So we've got $1,000 or better in material laid down here, and took some time, and obviously we had the trees. But the chainsaw mill, in my opinion, is paying off here. To be able to come down and actually select some of this stuff, take it up for a project that I want to do this morning is nice too. Let's get started. We're going to drag some of this stuff out of here and choose it for the picnic table, and then we're going to finish the table. Thanks for watching. There are 16 inches here, 12 feet long, and 18 inches at the end of that. Look at that plank. Let's keep digging. We got to get another half round and 3 of these guys. Now I will say it's nice to be able to come down to my own lumber pile and select the material that I want to use. That is a board. And as you can see, I have several of them in here this size. Now we're back to it. Well, at least traffic wasn't too bad today. This is a beautiful time of year. Opened up now where you can see the leaves are on the ground. We've had this picnic table forever, and the kids have had a lot of fun memories here. What we're going to do, I'm going to use these as a template. That way when I drill the holes, everything should line back up when we bring up our new material. Let's get started and see what we've got to take out of here. So I've set everything on the table to get a look at it, and I'm going to have to trim it back. These are 12 feet. The original picnic table is about 8 feet. But look at that. By the time we get some finish on this, get everything cut in and in place, my goodness, that's going to look cool. Alright, we've got our first bench loose and ready to roll out of here. Let me get this down on the sawhorses and we'll get our half round laid out. This is going to work out really well as a pattern. And I do want to trim back just a little bit of the edge so I can sand it down, make sure we don't have any areas where we can grab splinters or anything like that. Turned it over now, and I'm going to take the grinder and actually remove some of the roundness, so when we go back to our table frame here, it's going to allow the bench seat to set a little flatter. Alright, all the rough edges are away. Nice piece of bark there. And that's just as close as I can leave it to coming off the tree as we can to still make it functional. That's going to look nice. Now, if need be, you can get a small wrench and get on the back side of your carriage bolt if it's not lining up with your frame properly. And rather than scarring up your threads, you can just turn it down in there until you get enough to where you can get your nut and washer on there, and then tighten it down. Hopefully you won't have too much trouble with it. And another trick you can do too after driving these down through the wood and you start getting debris around your threads is have a small wire brush. And now that I've got these in and ready to go, I'm going to clean the threads up before I install the washer and nut on them. Makes it a little easier. I'm tightening up until the head of the bolt seats down into the wood. And that'll still give it a little bit of room for expansion. And that one is complete. I did have to use a deep well socket on that in order to clear the shank of the bolt. Let's get this end squared up. That's a lot of board. Lord, that's heavy. All right, we've got all the holes drilled. Now we're just down to fit and finish. I just simply matched what was already on the frame itself and transposed these lines over for the holes that I had to drill. And hopefully they all line up. That is a heavy piece of lumber. See if I can get this guy up without getting a finger. It's always the last one. That fits better. And now for the water test. I am going to let this set a little bit before I put a clear finish on it. I want it to darken up just a little. Well, that has just a really nice color to it. And refurbishing a table that's already been around for a long time, that was a nice thing. You could definitely just build your own frame. As a matter of fact, I brought some cedar up just in case I decided to do so, and put this thing together. That's a finished table, guys. A standard picnic table is 36 inches wide, and these are up 18 inches off of the concrete for your bench. So if you're building your frame, that might give you a dimension to go to. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This has been a fun project, and I was back there milling this stuff up, and I already had the idea that I was going to be doing this particular table with this. And now that it's done, I'm glad I did so. That really looks nice. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one. We'll find something else to build.